breakthrough yet or so. So we'll be talking, we have to talk with our correspondent who is there on ground to tell us what is happening. But first, let's take you to still in Katsina and Zamfara State, what the Nigerian Army did during the week in trying to win back the communities, in trying to get them to support the various operations that will be going on. Sit back as we bring you this report by Shirley Daniels from Katsina State.
As part of the Nigerian Army Day celebration, NASAL 2020, and its corporate social responsibility to their host communities, the Nigerian Army distributed palliatives to 500 vulnerable persons at Faskari community in Katsina State and over 200 in Kamro Namuda, Zamfara State. The Chief of Army Staff of the Nigerian Army, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, who was represented at the two communities by the General Officer Commanding 3 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Nuhu Angbazu, and the Chief of Transformation and Innovation, Major General Elvis Njako, said that the palliative distributed simultaneously across the country is a way of the Nigerian Army giving back to the society and also to enhance the civil-military relations between the Nigerian Army and the civil populace.
The Nigerian Army, under my leadership, is fully aware of the high level of cooperation and goodwill we enjoy from the civil populace across our great nation. The Nigerian Army has therefore over the years taken deliberate steps towards ensuring that it contributes back to the society in the area of corporate social responsibility. In this regard, we will continue to solicit for your support, especially in the area of information gathering and sharing, to strengthen our intelligence network in combating banditry and criminalities within the general area.
This crave for a cordial relationship necessitated the conception of this distribution of palliatives in Kaura Namoda, which is also very much in line with the civil-military cooperation drive of the Nigerian Army to bridge the gap between the civil populace and the army, thereby portraying the Nigerian Army in a positive light.
The beneficiaries of these gestures thank the Nigerian Army for identifying with them at this difficult time of their lives.
I'm very happy with this important event because this is the first time we have experienced this kind of gift from the military, and we are very grateful for that. And we are the Chief of Army Staff. He has done well to the people of Kaura Namoda, because in the history of Kaura Namoda, we have never experienced this kind of thing. This is the first time. We are very grateful for him. We ask for Allah to protect him in all for his duties.
Jama'an tsaro domin su taimaka mana da tsaro da gaggawa don mu kuma gidajenmu. A halin yanzu muna cikin faskari, ba mu da kuɗi zamu noma, ba mu da zamu ci. Wannan abincin da aka ba mu yanzu shine shi na da iyali na domin ci. Naka Allah saka alheri, muna neman gudunmawa kwarai da gaske ta tsaro akan wannan ƴan ta'adda suka dame mu. Allah saka mu kuma Allah kai ku lafiya, Allah kai ku lafiya.
I'm very happy for this assistance from Nigerian Army. We thank God, we thank them. We appreciate about what they give us to assist. We face many problems in our area. We thank God. We want them to assist more and more.
In furtherance of the Nigerian Army desire for a closer relationship and collaboration with host communities, the Chief of Army Staff paid courtesy visit to some traditional rulers in the states. Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai led other senior army officers to the palace of the Emir of Guzo in Zamfara State, His Royal Highness Ibrahim Bello, and the district head of Faskari in Katsina State, Engineer Amini Usman, respectively, to solicit their support in sensitizing their people on the need to cooperate with security agencies.
We are very much concerned with the security situation that is going on across the country, especially here in the northwest, precisely Katsina, Zamfara, and Sokoto. Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief has directed us to bring to an end this insecurity in all parts of the country. And of course, the recent happenings calls for more concern here in Katsina State. So that's why I'm here, and to assure you that we'll do our best to get the security situation under control.
In their response, the traditional rulers pledged their support to the Nigerian Army and other security agencies.
We are proud of you, we are proud of what you are doing, and we say more grace to your elders. We have heard of what has been happening, and we know how you are working tirelessly, and we heard how the President of the country is commending you for your good deed. So please continue. The writers say, if you start doing something good, no matter the pressure, don't quit, because quitters don't win, and the winners don't quit. We have heard about what has been happening before, and now as you are coming, we always read it in the news, and we see it practically. The rogues are being arrested, some of them are being massacred, and not only here, but all over. It is all as a result of your entire effort. So may Allah protect you and your entire.
We know the effort you are making in ensuring security, especially in the Northeast, the security of people and their property. And we are praying that you coming here, we are going to do the same. We must confess that you hear God's support and believe to our people. The distribution of palliatives that was done on Saturday is vulnerable and needy is one of the greatest we will never forget.
The Army Chief reassures Nigerians that the Nigerian Army will not leave any stone unturned in curbing criminal activities, as it will work to ensure general security and well-being of the citizenry. Shirley Daniels, Security Watch Africa, Zamfara State.
Welcome back. Yes, Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari had given marching order to the military to ensure that the insecurity currently playing out in Northwest and North Central, it's put to pass. And we can see that all the security chiefs are ready to ensure that this is done. So a few weeks ago, the Nigerian Police, Inspector General of Police, and all other security agencies moved and in connection with this same order with the National Security Advisor to meet the governors of those states, and they discussed on what the way is better. Now the military power, the army has stepped in to ensure that everything is made better, and I'm sure that with the presence of the army there and Operation Sahel Sanity will be much better. We hope to have Shirley Daniel report to us what is currently happening in Faskari and the general area. But meanwhile, during the program of the Nigerian Army Day celebration, the Chief of Army Staff had media engagement with some senior media personalities, and we were there also. We'll ask him a question and that we would like to bring to you to hear what he said. Sit back as we bring you the Chief of Army Staff's media engagement. A lot of people have reported that there's insecurity in the country, and no doubt that's the reason why we are here to checkmate this. And you have also said in your response about the need for security agencies to collaborate together and work effectively for the safety and security of our country. But let me ask you this. Looking at the wave of the activities going on from the Northeast, now we are here in the Northwest. Are there any correlation, are there any link between these activities of these criminals and bandits operating in the Northeast, now in the Northwest?
It's a very good question, and it's good that I asked you to ask the question. And truly, we've received several reports of these Boko Haram terrorists because of the hits on them in the Northeast, trying to communicate and have a link up with the parties here in the Northwest. And we have a few of them. We are tracking, we are following them, and surely we will get them before they really have any strong bond with the bandits here. And our presence here is a pointer in that regard to be able to give them and dismantle whatever that they are planning here in the Northwest. Surely there are links, there are communication, and there are some movements that were reported in the past, and of recent also we received some information as to the movement of the terrorists Boko Haram, not only to the northwest but also to the north central. So we are all following and we'll deal with them accordingly as well. Thank you for this good question.
Welcome back. You heard it from the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, talking about the issue of Northwest and North Central. Like I did ask him there, there are reports that some remnants of Boko Haram and ISWAP gangs are migrating from the northeast towards the northwest and north central to continue with their activities, their nefarious activities, and what is to be done. And you heard him that now they have already taken charge of the northwest. They expect that their operations will not be, the operations of the criminals will not be a success. We are standing by to take our guest from U.S. On what his contribution will be on the insecurity in Nigeria. Our guest is a security expert who had practiced in Nigeria for years before moving to U.S. So I think we can find out from him how is it over there in the United States and what he thinks about the issue in Nigeria. Yeah, my brother Etebet Anabiru, how are you doing?
I'm good, Mr. P. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, sorry.
yes, I know. Good morning. It's about 6:45 or thereabout, 6:45 a.m. with you there. Okay.
Correct.
Yes. You'll be monitoring our program from United States last week specifically. You said some things about the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Like I said, that you have practiced security in Nigeria before moving over to United States. What is your general view about what is happening or reports you are getting from Nigeria?
Yeah, Mr. P, in terms of security, the reports coming from Nigeria is overwhelming to everybody, you know. So, and the reason being that the system has been that way for quite a long time. And the core reasons or the primary reason for rise in crimes in Nigeria, rise in crimes in Nigeria includes poverty. Poverty is the core, the primary cause. Although poverty is not an excuse, because you can see poor people in any part of the world, you know. The second reason is corruption, because the system is corrupt to the core. Even a child of 5 years, before a child of 5 years can do a favor, he will ask you what is in for me, you know. And again, another problem that is causing rise in crime in Nigeria is the inability of the law enforcement agencies to cooperate with the public. The public does not have confidence on the police, the army, or any of them, any of the law enforcement agencies. The public does not have an iota of confidence. And the reason being linked to corruption, because like in the Western world, if someone is involved with the law, there is no amount of, there is no way, nothing you can do to find a shortcut. But in Nigeria, it appears that there are 4 different laws that guide the country. One is for the Fulanis, and the other is for the other part of the north. Then another is for the Easterners and the Westerners. And it's not supposed to be that way. In that way, we can never go forward. So, and if we want to get a grip of what is happening to us, that the intelligence agencies need to be trained with the skill, because they do not have the skill to handle core problems such as terrorism. Because terrorism is another area of criminality. It is new and overwhelming to the whole law enforcement workforce in Nigeria. And that is because of corruption too. Because if there is an allocation for the security, few individuals will conceal the money. And in that way, there won't be any progress. The people, the system will continue to suffer. So, if we want to get out of the system of corruption, there must be a change. There must be a change from everybody, from the children of 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You know, you remember what happened in Ghana in the then days. J.D. Rawlings cleaned up the system. Or maybe there should be a kind of revolution, because everything is going haywire and nobody is doing anything. And no country can go forward in that way.
Well, let's look. Of course, we don't wish for a revolution like you did say in Nigeria. That will be calling, because we have a rightfully constituted government. Yeah.
But
yeah,
what happened if
the government in Nigeria? And so we don't talk for revolution. But looking at in a short term, what do you think we can do to be able to make sure that this insecurity, or what we are reporting every day, is not overwhelming? Okay. It seems my guest is all not online. We continue with the program when he gets back. Yeah, when he comes back, we can take you. But meanwhile, I want to remind us that we still have the prevalence of the COVID-19 pandemic ravaging the country today. As we speak, the figures of confirmed cases are rising and the number of deaths are rising. Both prominent people are dying of complications arising from this issue of COVID-19, and even the common people. So it's not just for the prominent people alone. Everybody is getting worried and disturbed. I think we have the statistics of what's really, as last night when the Nigeria authority released the people in charge of disease control, informed us of what is happening, and it's quite disturbing. But we'll get back to make these calls from Katsina State. But after this time out, we'll just take a short break, then we'll get back to you.
Humanity is endangered by the coronavirus or the COVID-19, a disease with symptoms such as coughing, sneezing, or difficulty in breathing.
Hundreds of thousands have been infected around the world, and the numbers keep rising.